We had technicalities here and there, but surely that insight will come even the next day. So make sure you keep it smart 24 TV. Let me take you back what is happening online, courtesy of The Independent, highlighting how Sanlam and Allianz join forces to create an African giant insurance company. And also the Cape Town, South Africa, they're coming reporting this particular one. Sanlam, the largest non-banking, and Allianz, one of the world's leading insurers and asset managers with a century of a history in Africa, have agreed to combine their current and future operations across Africa to create a largest Pan-African non-banking financial service entity towards the continent. The combination means that customers across Africa will benefit from experts and also financial strength to respectively that as well as the two brands put in place. The joint venture will house the business units of both Sanlam and Allianz in the African continent, where one or both companies have the presence. Namibia will be included in at a later stage, with South Africa is excluded from this particular arrangement. So among all the plans Sanlam and Allianz have made, South Africa is excluded, but Namibia is going to be conjoined as these particular entities try to agree to make a venture company, to make a venture, plan. And also the combination of operations at Sanlam and Allianz will be creating a prima Pan-African non-banking financial service entity operating in 29 countries across the continent. The joint venture will be the largest Pan-African insurance player and also expecting to be ranked on top in the majority of the markets where the entity operates. The entity is expected as well to combine a total group equity valuable in the excess of 33 billion South African rands, and that's approximately 2 billion euros. So we're looking at how Sanlam and Allianz will be definitely making a joint venture to satisfy, to make sure they get the African market, and consumers there therefore expect out from that particular evaluation. Let us look now what is happening with Uganda coffee industry eyeing new market value additions. It's still courtesy of The Independent, highlighting that Uganda coffee industry will seek new international market for their products to reduce concentration on two additional buyer, boosting the farmers' income. Now, the coffee in the country is the second biggest source of income and foreign exchange after tourism, providing a living for around 8 million people, and that's about 19% of the population. When you look at it in 2017, stakeholders in the coffee industry discussed coffee map and how production will also be benefiting increasingly the number of farmers in the country. And the managing director Emmanuel there, who is managing director Uganda Coffee Development Authority, was highlighting they are also concerned with the need of value addition and of the coffee that they have got the demand which they were looking in the market, such as China, where the demand is at 1.4 billion people, and actually it is emerging market. And also looking at the Middle East and the Middle East region, Eastern Europe, though now they have got a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, but it still remains a target. Maybe what you need to know here is that the countries, 38 countries have registered coffee roasters, although the government's plan has got a soluble coffee plant that has been on table since 1994. So the country is looking out for 38 companies that we're exporting to, but it is looking out to revise on. But this is coming at the time when still there has been an argument with legislators, with even people's reaction with the Vinch company, that it would want to be do all the marketing, coffee marketing in the country, sell, export coffee on behalf of any other entity around the country. This is still I can say it's not a concluded story yet, concluded story yet to the country, and coffee surely discussions will still continue right here and there. Maybe what you need to know is that right now as we speak there is a lot that has happened here and there, and also from the Ministry of that is Works and Transport, it was highlighting yesterday about the incident that had happened with Link Bus, and it was looking out for halting down Link Bus operations for at least 2 weeks, suspending it for 2 weeks until they revise on how they handle they are handling themselves among them, because this is at the end putting a businessman at risk and also halting down maybe Link operations. Because look at the incident that happened yesterday. You can imagine how many people now are scared maybe of getting on board with Link Bus or getting on board with that particular bus company. But when you look at what is happening now, ministry, according to General Katumba Wamala, their Minister of Works and Transport, came out yesterday to highlight that no, let them first put tools down for at least 2 weeks to make sure they have internal arrangements and discussions to make sure they better it, and then it can get back onto the road. That is basically what we've got on towards SMB online, and you can definitely share with us what you're thinking. Share with me on online there. I'm going maybe to read your comments here on how you are faring your day, on how you kickstarted your day, on how you're going to make money, and also what is happening in your area. I'm not definitely in your area, but I would want to know how you're making money. I would want to know how you're helping other people. I would want to know how you're improving lives there. And also, that is, you can be a part of Smart 24 TV online. You can watch us anywhere using your TV app, and you can download it simply using my MTN app or the MTN data. It is always simpler that way. My name is Rita Kabanyoro at Rita Kabanyoro on social media platforms. Definitely after the break, we'll be discussing about renewable energy. Oil and gas has brought a lot of hope to Ugandans. Very many people are anticipating that, but has the matter of environment been addressed? How are we going to make sure we interrogate all this, and also looking at our resources, what we have, how useful can they be towards the economy, towards you and I? How are you going to make sure you benefit from these particular resources, or it's benefiting other individuals? Are you a beneficiary here? Many of you were, concerned about those are just things from there. No, at the end of the day, it will come back to every Ugandan, and then you will see a benefit. But what benefit we're going to see after the break. We return with a topic of discussion engaging Ministry of Energy to highlight for us about renewable resources. Good morning. This